concerts, you know that there are always the warm-up acts. And Caleb and I are the warm-up acts to the main attraction. Like Caleb said, a lot of us have really grown to appreciate the work that Belinda does and has done. I mean, she's really been a public servant without being an elected public servant. And that's how I got to know her. One of the things I find so interesting about politics is that you end up becoming very close friends with people who may not have been on the same side with you at one point. And actually in Maumelle, there were a lot of those that were on the opposite side from me when I announced pretty late. Belinda didn't know me. She knew my opponent in the Republican primary, both her and George. But I have to tell you that after I won the election and it gave me my nickname, Landslide Lowry.
Won by 9 votes.
I think that there were probably a lot of people on the other side that were still very hesitant about, well, do we get to know this guy or not? Well, George and Belinda were not hesitant. Matter of fact, they were the first two people that had been supporting my opponent to reach out and want to get to know me. I think we were at a Taste of Maumelle event. Right. And I was sitting over at a table kind of by myself, I think. And they invited me over. And I've just always really appreciated that just as a foundational part of the relationship that we've developed. But along the way, I've seen that just about every time I turn around, there's some issue that Belinda's involved in. The Maumelle water issue, her and George have done a lot of research into that issue. I've ended up becoming involved in it as well.
We dragged you in.
Drug me in. Or threw me into the deep end of the water, Her work also through the Bar Association of teaching CLE courses, and I believe she's providing ethics training to Republican lawyers. She's been doing protecting the integrity of the ballot. Did that during the last election cycle of going out and making sure that the votes are counted correctly. I mean, she's been doing all these things. I just have one question. Do you really have time to run for office? I mean, actually, the truth is that's the kind of person that we need. Someone who's doing that work even though they're not elected to do it. I mean, my goodness. Can you imagine what she's going to be doing? George, you'll never see her. You'll never see her once she does get elected. So, anyway, we're just the warm-up act. This is who you're waiting to hear from. It's the headliner. And it's my great pleasure